Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Elkmont Station. Are you stir crazy from a week of icy roads? Get out and try something new. Elkmont Station in West Knoxville is a one-of-a-kind culinary experience. Craft food, craft cocktails in a warm, rustic atmosphere. It's kind of a taste of Tennessee and a feel of the Smoky Mountains. It's Elkmont Station, baby. They do great stuff. Crafty food and drink, you see it there. You can check out their menu online at elkmontstationknox.com. Get out and visit them this week. You'll be very happy you did. They're located in West Knoxville, not far from Farragut. Elkmont Station. All right. Let's take a look here at the, I'm sorry, I meant to put up our poll question. That's my director's right, I'm wrong. Our poll question today, how do you feel about changes brought on by NIL and the transfer portal? Do you love them, like them, dislike them, hate them? You tell us. You get your phone, look at that QR code, click it, then go vote for us. I see that the leader, I've got a Lavonder over here, 72% say they dislike it, 9% say they hate it, 19% say they like it. Nobody says they love them. Obviously, we have no current Vols watching it at the moment, or they'd be clicking love it. But go ahead, give us your answer, or you can go to sportsource.tv/polls and play that way. But we want to know your take. We're going to be talking about transfer portal and some of the chaos that's going on for much of the remainder of the show. So get in there and let us know your take on that. All right, let's take a look at the Bracketology report for Tennessee right now. It hasn't changed much. Joe Lenardi has them headed in the Midwest region. That would finish up in Detroit, starting in Charlotte. He's got Clemson and Northwestern on one side of the bracket. He's got the Vols opening with St. Peter's, a team that went deep in the tournament a couple years ago, knocked off Kentucky, you might remember. Jerry Palm has Tennessee in the South region. That's new for him, going to Dallas. He has them starting in Memphis again. He's got FAU, who put the Vols out last year and made a Final Four run against Northwestern in that line, and he's got Tennessee against Denver in their opening game. Now let's take a look at how the SEC stands as of this morning. Auburn still unbeaten in the league. They are tops of the league. They're number 8 in the net rankings on NCAA's computer rankings there. There's a tie for second place between Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky, and we're just ranking them by the net rankings there. As of yesterday, they'll update those today, but by the time we put the show together, they haven't been updated. And then South Carolina is in a tie for 5th place, but they are the highest rated in the net rankings. Not to the point where we got to start watching schedules for everybody else, but at any rate, you see Tennessee's got Vanderbilt coming up next. But before we get that, I want to take one more look at something that's interesting. We use CBB Analytics on this show, and they do a great job of breaking down different lineups. And I wanted to see Tennessee's best lineups or most common lineups. Here, there's 6 most used lineups. This does not include yesterday's game. This is the rest of the season. But it's Ziegler, Vescovy, James, Connect, Adu, of course. 118 minutes they played together. The next lineup has played 36 minutes together. So there it is skewed. In terms of point differential per 100 possessions, the best lineup is the third one that does not have Dalton Connect in there. In terms of offensive rating, that is points scored per 100 possessions, 150 points, crazy numbers. It's, again, Ziegler, Vescovy, Meshack, James, Adu. Now, in terms of defensive rating, that's points allowed per 100 possessions. The best one, Ziegler, Vescovy, Gainey, James, Adu. Everyone, I think, would tell you Dalton Connect's the best player on the team. So, Mark, quirk of statistics, or is there something to look at here that your best offense and your best defense don't have Connect on the floor?
Well, I think a little bit of a little quirk in it. Maybe there's a few more transition opportunities with Meshack on the defensive end, generating some steals and breakaway baskets. But I think it's more of a quirk in it. Yeah,
I think it's fun to look at those things and just sometimes you spot something, it's like, oh, it's telling, and sometimes you go, it's nothing, statistical anomaly. All right, so Tennessee on the road to Vanderbilt. They're off in the midweek. I can't remember this. I'm assuming this is because the SEC Big 12 Challenge has gone away because it was usually this time of year. But at any rate, they have an open date this week, if you will, and they don't play again until Saturday night in Nashville. Vanderbilt ranked number 245 in the NCAA's net ranking. They're not good. They got about 5 wins on the season. So tell me why Tennessee fans should be worried. Why should Tennessee be taking this game seriously? What's the danger?
Look, we should win this basketball game, but I think their success can leave some clues. And Mississippi State had some success with some junk defense, some switching up into a 1-3-1 and doing some zone. Tennessee has struggled in years past playing against some zone. With an open week and longer term to prep, Vanderbilt's got nothing to lose. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit of zone defense that has given us problems at times. Vanderbilt, they've given us problems in the past with some of Stackhouse's offensive sets. They don't have Scottie Pippen Jr. anymore.
Right.
They are undersized. They're one of the worst three-point shooting teams, if not the worst three-point shooting team in the league. They get out-rebounded. They only got a guy at 6'8". So I think we'll be able to handle it. But if they switch things up defensively, it could give us trouble.
Only thing I would say, if there's a reason to worry, it's just on the road. On the road in the SEC. Home teams win 80% of the time. If you add up all of them, it's like 78%. We showed you last week. So the only thing to worry about is if you come in there and go ice cold in that bizarro gym shooting in that armory.
Yeah.
All right. Mark Pancratz, thanks for coming in today and beating the icy roads. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. And when we come back, we got 2 more VFLs to bring out with us. Let's start talking football. We got recruiting. Then we got the VFLs. We got transfer portal. We got Tennessee's offensive weapons. Much more to come on the Sports Source. Come on back.